Only time I'm a good speaker is on the floor. Anyway, I'm very proud of the accomplishments of the 1957 El Monte High School basketball team for winning the state championship. Because in those days, they did not have sections. One section, that was it. Today they have different divisions. We didn't have divisions then. I'm very proud of the fact of what the team members accomplished that year. Unfortunately, Gary Allen, Ron Calabrese, Bill Anderson, and Ken Strickland are no longer around. They were wonderful guys. Here today, Dick Arbuckle, Bob Delgado, David Haynes, Dave Harris, and Ralph Osterkamp, members of that team. 3 of them were starters. They would stand up, I'd appreciate it. That year, we started off shaky, 5-4. Calabrese was not eligible to play at that time. When he came back, we won 22 straight games in a row. We also won 44, I can't put that in there because we won over 3 years. 44 home games. The thing that I liked about that team was the tremendous effort because of the fact that we were never picked to win it all, to start off, because of our 5-4 preseason record. I think we shocked some people when we went through the whole thing and won it. We beat one of the favorites to win it all. In the last part of the year, every game was a tough game. Every game was a tough game. I remember going down to play a game in one of the local community colleges, and Mengerson says, "Who are we playing today?" "We're playing for the championship, Bill." So anyway, that was a big concern of mine. The fact that the 4 people that are no longer alive, Gary Allen, Ron Calabrese, Bill Anderson, and Ken Strickland. Of that group, we came back and won the league 2 years in a row after that. But nothing will ever stand out in my mind but the fact that we won the CIF. They did it. They came to practice every day. They worked hard. They made every sacrifice in the world to make us as good as we can be, the players on that team. I think the thing that I am very impressed with was the tremendous practice efforts that we got. We didn't have anybody that did anything halfway, because they knew they'd be duck walking at the gym. I'm impressed with that. In a firm belief in my long career of all the years that I coached, I've never seen a group give the effort that those people gave, those men gave. They were young men then. And I never forgot the feeling after that game when we won that one-point game when the lead changed 22 times. They lifted me up in the air. I thought they were going to drop me. And the thing that impresses me about players is a full effort every day in practice, and that's what we got. And that's why they matured, and they developed, and became better. It's really hard to stand up here and not be able to introduce some of the players that aren't here. I don't know, Dick Dakin and Ken Dakin are not here today. Alan Geary's not here today. And the rest of them that were on that squad are no longer in this world. I'd like to introduce my family that's here today. Joyce, Victor, my daughter-in-law, her husband was my son, my grandson, Gideon, my goddaughter, Eugenie, and Lou, my wife, Jennifer, who puts up with me, my granddaughter, Selah, and Tony, for coming out here and everything that and I really believe this, and maybe Tom Hammond doesn't believe it, or And I think that he brought us over here, brought us up here today, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate his talk up here. So I guess that's about all I can say.
And I'd like to bring the team up, so if all of you could come forward, please. Again, recognizing accomplishments with honor, Gene Victor, El Monte High School, 1957, All CIF Championship basketball team, on this day, Saturday, November 10th, 2012. And it has all of the players' names listed, so congratulations, Coach Victor. Ralph Osterkamp. Congratulations. David Haynes. Bob Delgado. Dick Arbuckle. Dave Harris.
To play for both Bob Settle and Gene Victor was a great experience in my life, and both those gentlemen had a lot to do with what's happened to me today. Again, it was a great honor to play for both of those gentlemen. Thank you.
I would certainly like to add my thanks also to Bob Settle, my high school football and baseball coach, and of course Coach Victor, who was my coach in all sports at Mountain View, and football and basketball coach at El Monte High School. Coach Victor is the primary reason that I spent 50 years coaching at the high school and college level. He was a great mentor, coming from a single mother family. He was my father figure. And Tom, I was in that old Plymouth almost every night. Going home, there were times, I know the other guys can attest to this, we didn't have money to buy basketball shoes or other equipment that we needed. Coach Victor was there. I mean, he had his own family, 3 children. He would sacrifice, buy us what we needed, and hope that we'd pay him back sometime, which we tried to do. Coach Victor, thanks.
I also was in the Plymouth. Bottom, I think. I do remember riding by Dale Ferber's house, and we would always slow up, and we'd always honk and yell as loud as we possibly could right in front of me. He lived on Gilman Road as we did, and we just, it was a fun thing. I don't know what it was. And I would like to thank Coach Victor also. I had the privilege of working with Coach for a lot of years, 17 years at Mt Sac, and we got to know each other real well. And I really enjoyed my time, and I don't know exactly why I was on the team, but somehow he put me on the team. But it was an honor. And I love Helms. I love growing up here. And I was able to stay in basketball for 37 years as a coach and player and whatnot. And it was really due to his influence. I have no idea what he saw in me, but somehow he saw something. So thanks, Joe.
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't in the Plymouth, but I was the other end of town. But I want to say thank you to Coach Victor, and I appreciate all the effort he put in for all of his players. And it was an honor and a privilege to be a member of his team.
I think the thing I'd like to say about Gene Victor is that he inspired you to give 100%. And with that, that's the thing that carries over to anything that you do. So I just thank you for that.
I know the word awesome is overused to the point that sometimes it has no meaning anymore, but what we just witnessed to me is awesome to see that connection after so many years of coaching.